In yesterday morning class, we have discussed about normalization and normal forms we have discussed. And yesterday afternoon, we have discussed about ER diagrams. So with ER diagrams, with the policy, some are having doubts. So before closing the class, I will give explanation. It will take only 2 minutes. So after completing the data types, all this, last 2 to 5 minutes, I'll talk about yesterday ER diagram about policy we'll discuss. So now we'll continue with introduction to Oracle. Right, Oracle. So this you can give as heading or main heading or side heading because in first class I have given heading as Oracle. Once again you can give Oracle heading. 2 times you can give. So give heading as Oracle. Once again, in first class you have given heading. Now again after 3 days, again you are giving heading Oracle. So in previous class I have told about all the basics. DBMS, RDBMS features, then data models, and then we have discussed about constraints, then normalization, denormalization, normal forms, and also we have discussed about ER diagrams also. So with that basics are over. So now we'll discuss about introduction to Oracle. See, as I said before, Oracle is a relational database software used to store large amount of data. And Oracle is platform independent. It works in Windows, Unix, Linux, Sun, Solaris, and in other operating systems. It will works. Right. So main heading is Oracle, and write the definition. Same definition only. Right. Once again, you can write definition. Oracle is relational database software. Relational database software used to store large amount of data. Large amount of data. Oracle is platform independent. Oracle is platform independent. It works in Windows, Unix, Linux, Sun, Solaris, etc. So first we'll see the data types list. We'll see. So here in Oracle database, different data types are there. So when you are storing data in the table, you need to specify what type of data that you are storing. So like Java and other languages, here also we have data types. So based on the data that you want to store, you can give the data types here. Here you can see different categories are there. Here you can see char data type is there, character data type. Like whenever you want to store characters in the table, then you can use character data types you can use. And here you can see numeric data types are there. Whenever you want to store integer values or whenever you want to store float values, then we can use numeric data types we can use. And here you can see date data types is there. So here I am giving only date here. So whenever you want to store dates in the table, then date we can use. Like the timestamp and other data types are there. Timestamp is there. That we'll see later. And here you can see logs are there. Large objects will say this is another category. And here row ID data type is there. Row ID means for every record in the table internally row ID is generated. So if you want to see the row ID internally, no, it is not in mute. Students, can you hear me? Others, the problem is from your side only. So here row ID is there. It generates unique address for row in table. So for every row in the table, it will generate unique address that comes with row ID. Okay. So first write the list, then I will give explanation. Write data types in Oracle. Only definition is given now, 2 lines definition. After 2 lines definition, you can write data types in Oracle. Data types in Oracle. Write, please write. Write according to category wise. First category is character data types. Next one is numeric data types. Here B-log is there here. B-log means binary large objects. B-log means binary large objects. C-log means character large objects. And NC log means native character large objects. N means native. N means native. NATIV. Boys, రండి రండి బాయ్స్ రండి ఏం కాదు రండి ఫ్యాన్ ఆన్ చేస్తారండి ఒక రోజుకి రండి ఏం కాదు రండి ఏం కాదు రండి ఒక్క రోజు కూర్చోండి రండి listen, these are the these are the data types list in Oracle. Those who are late, you have to write this. So again, I am not sending. If you are writing the notes in the class, I will not send the files to the group. Okay. అలాగే ఎందుకు అని అంటారు కదా అంటే కొన్నిసార్లు నోట్స్ వస్తే క్లాస్కి రారు అన్ని నోట్స్ వెళ్ళిపోయింది అనుకోండి క్లాస్కి రారు అందుకే మధ్యలో కొన్ని ఆపాలి files, then they will come to the class. So here you can see char is there here. Here you can see char size it takes up to 2000 bytes. We can say 2 KB, 2000 bytes. Like 1000 bytes or we'll say 1024 bytes. 1024 bytes means 1 KB, 1 kilobyte. So 2000 bytes means we can say 2 KB. And here you can see nchar is there. Nchar also will stores up to 2000 bytes. So here when we say char will works with ASCII code. I will give description for this. No need to write again. I'll give description. So char works with ASCII code. ASCII. So ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII values are up to 255. ASCII format is very old format. It supports English and it supports only English. It supports English and it supports other symbols like digits, special characters. Whatever keys we see in the keyboard, every key will have ASCII code. Enter will have ASCII code. Enter ASCII code is 13. Backspace will have ASCII code. Whatever keys are there in keyboard, they'll have ASCII numbers. So here char works with this ASCII. So if it is working with ASCII, it will take 1 byte for 1 character. Nchar is there here. Nchar means native character. Native will say, or we can say national character set also. Nchar works with Unicode. It works with Unicode. So Unicode values are up to 65,535 Unicode values. Okay, so Unicode values means it supports English and other popular languages. It supports French, Latin, Greek, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil. It supports all the popular languages it will support. Whenever you want to work with multi languages, like the languages what we speak, then we can use Unicode. So NCAR works with Unicode. So when it works with Unicode, it will take 2 bytes for one character. ASCII will take 1 byte for one character. Unicode will take 2 bytes for one character. So when you are working with char and varchar, so here it is the size is a fixed length here. Char we can call it as fixed length, and varchar and varchar 2 is there. That is we can say variable length. Variable length will say. So fixed length means here we'll create a table like this. In Oracle, we'll create a table. So I'm creating table like this. Create table EMP5. Table creation is not, I didn't start. Today I'll start table creation, adding records, all this. So here I'll say ENO, then number of 5. And here I'll say ename char of 15 is given. So this is the table with employee number and employee name here. Increasing increase the space in table. So here we'll see here ENO number of 5 is given. Number is used to store integer values and also decimals also. Number is for integer values and also used for storing decimal values. And here you can see ename char of 15 is given to store employee name and giving character 15. So this is called as a fixed length. So fixed length means if I give name Anil, if I give name Anil, employee name Anil, if I give employee name Anil, then it should take only 4 characters. Name is having 4 characters. But char will not consider how many characters we have given. It will consume all the 15 bytes. It will uses all the 15 bytes. So here memory wastage is there. So according to the given names, memory should be used. But it will take the size here. If I give 15, it will not see how many characters we have given. Until means 4 characters. It will not use 4 characters and it will not release the remaining bytes. It will uses all the 15 bytes. 15 characters means 15 bytes it will use. So with the char, memory wastage is there. So if you know exactly how many characters that you want to store. So names means the difference will be there. Sometimes you may be entering 1 character or you may enter 2 characters. Like true means T, false means F, like male and female M, F. If you know that you are going to enter 1 character or only 2 characters, like that, if you know the size, every time how many characters you will give, then you can use char. Then in that case, memory will not waste. Like for example, if you give gender, if you give male, female, if you give. So male means 4 characters, female means 6 characters. Then you can use char. Only 2 letters difference is there. It will works. Okay. And here you can see this. So here you can see varchar 2 and varchar 2 is there. Varchar 2 means in old versions it is varchar. In old versions it is varchar. Varchar is renamed as varchar 2. Now we'll not use varchar. We'll use varchar 2 will use. So varchar 2 will call it as it takes it can store data up to 4000 bytes. Up to 4000 bytes means 4000 characters. 4000 characters. Okay. And we can say 4 KB we can say. And here you can see this. Varchar 2 means we'll call it as variable length. Variable length means depends upon the data we store, memory is used. Like for example, if I say employee number, then varchar 2 of 15. If I give like this, maximum is 15 characters. In employee name, if I give Anil, then varchar 2 will uses only 4 bytes. Remaining 11 bytes are released. Remaining 11 bytes they are not used. So we can again will get that memory back. So with varchar 2, memory wastage will not be there. And here when we are working with this varchar here, it works with ASCII code. Varchar 2 works with ASCII code. If it is using ASCII code, for each character it uses 1 byte. N varchar 2 works with wherever n is there. If the data type starts with n, it is a native. Native means Unicode. If a Unicode is used, then it will uses 2 bytes for 1 character. 2 bytes for 1 character. Don't write that. I will give description. So here you can see long data type is there here. Long data type can store data up to 2 gigabytes. Whenever you want to store a large amount of data, then we can use long data type. And here you can see raw and long raw is there. So raw means it will store binary data up to 2000 bytes. So if you are storing any binary data, binary means zeros and ones. So in that case, we can use a raw, you can use, or else you can use long raw also. It can store data up to 2 GB. So in databases, what will happen is when you are working with databases, if you want to store images in database tables, any image in SQL Server, in Oracle, in any database, if you want to store images, images are stored in binary format. Image is converted to binary, it is stored in the table. Again, binary data is converted to image format and it is displayed. Okay. So I am telling for images, you can convert any data to binary and you can store. In that case, we can use raw, long raw we can use. And here you can see if you want to store integer values and decimal values, number is there. So number you can see precision and scale is there. It can store it can take up to from 1 to 22 bytes it will take. From 1 to 22 bytes. So here if I give like this, if I am giving like this, number of, here I'll give another column, I'll give, comma, salary I'll give, number of 7, 2 is given, number of 7, 2. So here this is 7 is precision and 2 is the scale. 7 is the precision, 2 is the scale. So total number of digits is 7. Out of 7 digits, 2 are decimal values. After decimal point, we can see we can give 2 decimals. If the value is like this, like this. So now you can see total number 7 digits. Out of 7 digits, 2 are decimals. After decimal point, 2 decimals are there. Because I am giving 7, 2. If you give some other number, accordingly it will works. So here you can see here decimal, precision and scale is given up to 38 digits is given, up to 38 digits. And here you can see float is there here from 1 to 22 bytes is given. Okay. So here also range is the same, up to 38 digits we can say. And next one is integer is there. It will take from 2 to 22 bytes. Depends on the values we store. And real is there. It is used to, it takes values up to 4 bytes. That depends on values you give, it will work. Okay. So here you can see, if you want to store decimal values or integer values, you can choose. In most of the cases, I will use only number I will use. Number we will use for integers and also for float values we will use. Number I am going to use. And here you can see date is there here. So date means it can store date starts from Jan 1st, 4712 BC, before Christ, and to December 31st, 9999 AD is given. AD. After death, we'll say. So this is the range. Between this range, you can give any date. Here you can see the size is fixed up to 7 bytes. The size is fixed up to 7 bytes. Okay. So if I miss anything here in this, like how many bytes decimal will take, how many bytes. If I miss anything here, don't say I didn't discuss in the class. See in Google or see in ChatGPT and write the answer. They are giving papers, no. If I miss anything, one, two options, see in ChatGPT or see in Google and write the answer. Don't say, sir, didn't discuss. One, two options I will miss, no. Okay, I will miss some one, two options. అది మళ్ళీ సార్ చెప్పలేదని అనుకోండి మీరు ఏం చేయాలి మీరు గూగుల్లోనో చాట్ జీపీటీలో టైప్ చేస్తే వెంటనే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్ మీరు అంటే అన్ని కవర్ చేస్తారు సమ్ టైమ్స్ వన్ టూ ఆప్షన్ మిస్ అవుతాయి ఓకే అండ్ హియర్ యూ క్యాన్ సీ లాబ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ హియర్ one letter means one character. One character means 1 byte when it is ASCII code. For Unicode, for one character, one letter means one character. It takes 2 bytes for Unicode. Here you can see lobs, you can see here. So in lobs, you can see B file is there, binary file. Binary file stores data externally. Outside Oracle database, it will store the data. Whenever you want to store any file, Word file or Excel file, any file, externally means outside Oracle database. So here we have database. Oracle is a database software. Database is the collection of 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 tables. In tables, data will be there. Database will not have only tables, views, indexes, synonyms, then stored procedures, functions, triggers, all these will be there. So I am saying that database is a collection of tables. In tables, data is stored. So when you are working with database, so now you can say database is a collection of tables. After few days, I will say database is a collection of tables, views, indexes, synonyms, stored procedures, functions, triggers. Beginning లో ఇప్పుడు ఇలా చెప్తాను కొన్ని డేస్ తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఇంకోటి చెప్తాను నేను అంటే ఇప్పుడే అన్ని చెప్పాను అనుకోండి మళ్ళీ మీకు వ్యూ అంటే ఏంటి ఇండెక్స్ అంటే ఏంటి చాలా డౌట్స్ వస్తాయి మనకి మామూలుగా చాలా డౌట్స్ ఇప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ చెప్పానంటే ఇంకా ఎక్కువ వస్తాయి డౌట్లు ఓకే సో డేటాబేస్ ఈజ్ అ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ టేబుల్స్ ఇన్ టేబుల్స్ డేటా ఈజ్ స్టోర్డ్ B file means it will stores data externally or outside Oracle database. If you want to store any file outside Oracle database, you can use B file. And next one is blob, clob, nclob are there. They are internal. So here blob means binary large objects. If you want to store data in binary format, it can store up to 4 GB. Character large objects means if you want to store characters up to 4 GB, you can use clob. Nclob means native. Native means it works with Unicode. So whenever you are working with English and whenever you are working with other languages like Hindi, Telugu or French, Latin, Chinese, Japanese, some other letters, language, then we can use NC log. NC log works with Unicode. Unicode means it works with English and other popular languages in the world. B log, C log, NC log are internal. Internal means inside the database we are going to store data. Inside the database means in the table. In the table we are going to store data. And here you can see row ID data type is here. Row ID means for every record it will generate a unique address. Unique means different. Different address it is going to generate. That is generated for every record. And that we can use while working with the table. When we can use is if you are giving duplicate records. Let us say table is not having primary key constraint or unique constraint. In interviews, they may ask how to delete duplicate record. Okay. So if a duplicate record is there, and if you want to delete duplicate record, row ID will be different. Because whatever data we are giving, it is same. That's why I'm saying duplicate. Duplicate means everything will be same. But internally row ID is generated. So that row IDs will be different. Based on row ID, you can delete the duplicate record. In that scenario, we can use the row ID, we can use. Right description. Char and varchar 2 works with. You can write in the last, after data types list, you can write. You can write a note, you can write. You can say note. You can give note and you can write. Char and varchar 2. Char and varchar 2. Char and varchar 2 works with ASCII code. ASCII code. ASCII full form is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. ASCII values are up to ASCII values are up to up to 255. ASCII supports ASCII supports ASCII supports English. It takes 1 byte for 1 character. It takes 1 byte for 1 character. Write in next line. N means native. Native or national character set. National character set. Nchar and nvarchar. nchar and nvarchar 2, nchar, nvarchar 2 works with Unicode. Works with Unicode. Unicode values are up to Unicode values are up to 65,535. 65,535. It takes 2 bytes for one character. It takes 2 bytes for one character. Unicode supports English, and other popular languages like like French, Latin, Greek, etc. You can write Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, all. Write in next line. Char and nchar are called fixed length. Fixed length. Fixed length. That is based on the given size. Based on the given size, all the bytes are used. All the bytes are used. Varchar 2 and nvarchar 2, varchar 2 and nvarchar 2 are variable length. Are variable length. That is based on the given characters. Based on the given characters, only those bytes are used in memory. It means memory will not waste. It means, comma, memory will not waste. Write in next line. B file is used. B file is used. B file is used to store the information, to store the information outside Oracle database. Outside Oracle database. It is called external. External. B log, C log, and NC log. B log, C log, and NC log are internal. Are internal. They store data in. They store data in Oracle database. Oracle database. Listen, here number is there here. So in number I can give only precision. Precision means total number of digits. And I can give scale also. Precision means what? Total number of digits. Out of total number of digits, I can specify how many decimals I want. Scale means how many decimals I want. In number, I can give only precision. Like when I store integer values, I'll give precision. When I store decimals, I'll give precision and scale. For decimal also, we'll give the same. For float also, it is depends. For float, for integer real also, you can give precision. And if scale is required, you can give scale. Okay. So precision means what? Total number of digits. You can write there. Go to that place. Go to that place. Go to that place. Precision means total number of digits. Scale means number of decimals. Here external means we have to give the path where to store, like C drive or D drive. We'll give the location, physical location will give. It will not have one like separate location. You need to specify where the file should be stored in C drive or D drive. Anywhere we can store. Right, data types list is over. Write in next line operators in Oracle. Listen, here you can see arithmetic operators in C++ and in C sharp in Java, we have many data types. So, but here we can see, here we'll see, there will have many operators. Here we can see less operators here. Like there we can see many operators list we can see. Here you can see arithmetic operators are there. Plus, minus, then slash, asterisk, slash is given. And here you can see relational operators are there. Relational operators means greater than, less than, greater than, equal to. See, internally means in database table. Internally means in database table. Database will have tables. In tables, the data is stored. Here you can see relational operators greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to, not equal to, not equal to is there. Logical operators means and or not. In C language and in Java, we'll use symbols. Two ampersand symbols, then two pipe symbols, or not means exclamation mark we'll use. Okay. So here we'll use words and and, not symbols. And here you can see special operators are there. These are used while writing the queries. All these are used while writing queries only. While writing queries or SQL commands, all these are used like in operator, not in, between, not between, like, not like, is null, is not null. All these are called special operators. And here concatenation operator is there. Concatenation operator is used to concatenate two strings. Whenever you want to join two strings, whenever you want to join characters, collection of characters is called string. So here, whenever you want to join strings, then concatenation operator is used. That is two pipe symbols will use. In other languages, plus symbol. Plus symbol is used as a concatenation operator. So it is used as arithmetic operator and also it is used as concatenation operator. Write the list. Write the list. Concatenation operator means two pipe symbols. One long, two long lines are there, no? In the middle space will be there. Pipe. Write in next line. Sublanguages or subversions of SQL. Sublanguages or subversions of SQL. This is another side heading. After data types list, after operators list, another side heading. Sublanguages or subversions of SQL. Listen. So SQL full form is structured query language. We can call it as SQL also. SQL, SQL. So here they are classified into 5 sublanguages. DDL is a data definition language. So definition means columns in the table. Whenever you are working with columns in the table, definition means columns. Then we can use the DDL commands. Create is for creating table, then creating views, indexes. Alter is used to modify the table. Rename is used to change the name of the table. Truncate is used for delete. All these commands we'll discuss. I'm giving only names. Drop is for deleting the table. So definition means columns in the table. Whenever you want to work with columns, definition or the structure of the table, we'll use this. Data manipulation language means whenever you want to work with data, whenever you want to work with records or rows, then we can use the DML commands, inserting records, updating records, deleting records, all this. Data retrieval language is there. DRL, data retrieval means displaying data. Retrieval, or we can say DQL queries. DQL means data query language. Data retrieval is there. Display, select. Here you can see data control language is there. DCL. Data control language means using grant, we can give permissions. Using revoke, you can stop the permissions. So whenever you want to control the users, like what they should work, what they should not work, we can use DCL commands. Transaction control language means rollback and commit is there. Whenever you are working with transactions, whenever you are working with set of SQL commands, then we can use rollback and commit you can use. In transactions, transaction contains set of SQL commands. Okay. So if transaction contains set of SQL commands, then we can use rollback. So rollback means if transaction is cancelled, then rollback will work. If transaction is completed successfully, commit will work. So rollback means it is just like undo option, undo. Like if some commands are executed in the transaction. Let us say transaction having 10 comments. Out of 10 comments, 5 comments are executed. They have to be cancelled. What is the rule here? If transaction contains 10 comments, 10 SQL comments, all the 10 SQL comments should run. Otherwise, none of them should execute. Not even one comment should execute. Out of 10 comments, by mistake, if 5 comments are executed, okay, means after executing 5 comments, if server issue is there, if network problem is there, and the remaining 5 if they are not executed, then first 5 also should be cancelled. Then rollback is used. Rollback means we are cancelling the execution of the commands. Like we can say undo. In MS Word, we'll have undo, no edit, undo. If you do any mistake, we'll say undo, so that it will revert to the previous position. And commit is there. Commit means we are confirming the changes. Changes are affected permanently in the table. We'll discuss about DCL commands. TCL commands we are going to discuss. Rollback and commit we are going to discuss. Okay, write this. Huh? No, it is not possible. We cannot store outside the table. We cannot store. Only that command is a B file, binary file. Binary file is external. Here, DDL is a no data definition language. Definition means what? Columns. Definition means columns. Columns, or you can say structure or structure of the table. Data definition, data manipulation language means data means what? Rows or records. Data means what? Rows or records. DRL is a data retrieval language, or you can say DQL. See, if you want to work with SQL and PLSQL, if you want to work with Oracle, here you can see SQL star plus is there, SQL plus. SQL plus we can call it as SQL command prompt. We are calling it as it is an environment or editor to work with SQL and PLSQL. So you can, when you install, you may get it on the desktop. Otherwise, you have to go to that location and then you have to select. Here you can see the Express Edition is there. I am using, before I have installed 18C. And you all, I think all are using 11G. So now I am using 11G only. I have installed 11G. And here we are using Enterprise Edition. This will take only 10 minutes to install. Express Edition. Express Edition is Developer Edition. Enterprise Edition means top level edition. All the features are enabled. You can do developer tasks, administrative tasks, anything you can do. In companies, they'll use Enterprise Edition in companies. Okay, but now for learning, I'm using Express Edition. In Express Edition, many commands will not work. Many commands means DBA related commands. Developer commands we can run. Here you can see different users are there. Accounts or users. Like sys is there. For sys, you can use you can give password while at the time of installation. Okay, and here Scott and Tiger will be there. Scott in old versions you'll see. Scott and Tiger is for developer. So sys and system are for administrator. Sys and system are administrator log. Here it is there. And Scott is a developer login. For developers we can use. If it is not there, we can create. We can create. Okay. So here you can see to work with Oracle 11G, I am using like this. Connect sys as sysdba. Sys is what user. We have to write a sysdba. Sys as sysdba, and you have to type password. Password you will give at the time of installation. For sys and system. For sys and system, same password. For sys and system, same password we are using. So in see here in Oracle 11G, we have release 1, release 2 is there. Differences are there. I am using release 2 software. So in release 2, Scott user is not there. If it is not there, I have to create. If Scott user is there, you have to unlock the user. మీరు 10G మీరు Oracle 10G యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు అనుకోండి, లేకపోతే 11G ఫస్ట్ రిలీజ్ 11G ఫస్ట్ రిలీజ్ అయితే స్కాట్ యూజర్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ స్కాట్ యూజర్ మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? అన్లాక్ చేయాలి. ఆల్టర్ యూజర్ స్కాట్ అకౌంట్ అన్లాక్ చేసిన తర్వాత యూ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ టు స్కాట్ యూజర్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ దేర్. ఓకే, so you have to know whether it is there or not. I am giving that command how to see the users. Command is there, that we'll see now. So like this, connecting to Scott and Tiger, and in that if you want to see the tables, you can give this. I am deleting this. So here it is related to 12C. So if you want to see the current user, so here I am deleting this. If Spot user is not existing, okay. So here you can use this command here. If you want to know whether spot user is there or not, you can use this. To see users in database, select asterisk from all underscore users. I didn't start comments. I will tell you the meaning of all this. Okay. So, but now on directly type the comments, select all I'm using. To connect to Oracle, we are using this. Okay. If Scott user is not existing, then you can connect to sys. Sys means administrator login. And if you want to see the current user, you can see show user. So sometimes you will have doubt in which user you are working, sys or system or spot. You can say show user, it will show. And here you can see all these not required. So if Scott user is not there, you have to give like this. Create user Scott identified by Tiger. If Scott is there, you have to unlock. Okay, if Scott user is not there, you have to create. In Scott user, I will give all the examples. In Scott user, I will create tables also, I'll create. Sample tables, I'll create and I will give examples. Give Scott Tiger only, don't create with your name. You can create with your name. You can do that. Instead of Scott, you can give your name. Instead of Tiger, you can give lion or some elephant, something you can give. Okay, but now give Scott Tiger. Here you can see. Create user Scott identified by Tiger. Tiger is what? Password. And here you can see grant. Grant means giving permissions. Grant connect resource DBA to Scott. So here three roles are there. Roles, set of permissions. Roles means set of permissions. Here connect is one role. Resource is another role. DBA is another role. Three I am giving. For Scott, DBA role is not required. I am giving. So when I say connect resource DBA, Scott also is equal to administrator because all the permissions are given. For developer, we have to give only connect and resource. Connecting to Oracle. Resources means tables. You can work with all the resources. Tables, views, indexes, stored procedures, triggers, all the resources you can use. DBA means to perform DBA tasks. For Scott, DBA is not required. We are giving. Okay. Here you can see connect for end user. End user means only to connect to the database. Resource for developer to work with the tables, stored procedures, all. DBA means administrator. And here you can see connect Scott Tiger we are giving. Connect Scott Tiger. These are the commands here. These you need to use here. Right, start give side heading as to connect to Oracle. Right, to connect to Oracle. Write all the lines. Now you can copy afternoon 2 o'clock. Afternoon 2 o'clock, you should not miss the class. For 2-3 days, you have to come. While coming to the class, if you get phone call, important call, urgent call, voice from your girlfriend, don't miss the class. You have to come to the class 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock for 2-3 days, you should not be absent for the class. Please start writing all the lines. ఫోటో తీసుకొని రాసుకోవాలి మీరు See what version, what edition you are installing? Express edition only. Enterprise edition means it is like more than 5 GB. It will take lot of time for installation. And express edition is simple. Please copy, first copy, don't waste time, please write. Later I'll check the notes. In your notebook, all these should be there. అంత క్లారిటీగా ఉంటుంది అదంతా. అది కాదు, నేను చెప్పేది 100% క్లారిటీ. నన్ను నమ్మండి మీరు. ఆ, అక్కడ ఉందనుకుంటే ఇంక అంతే ఇంకా. See, we are all using Windows edition, Windows 10, Windows 11. Windows 10, Windows 11, we are using a professional edition. Professional edition means developer edition. Professional edition means developer. Windows, we are not using enterprise edition. Sys and system are administrator logins. While learning, you can use any login. While learning, while practicing, you can use any login. Nobody will stop. You can connect to Sys, you can connect to system, you can connect to Scott. But in companies, you are not allowed to enter into Sys or system. If Scott user is there, you can do unlock. If Scott user is not there, you have to create a user. Write fast. Afternoon, we'll see all these comments. Whatever comments are there here, we'll see all these comments. After that, I'll tell how to create table. Then adding records, other manipulations we'll see. Here, show user is not having semicolon. Create is having semicolon. Grant is having semicolon. SQL commands will end with semicolon. Show user is not SQL command. It is SQL plus editor commands. SQL plus editor commands will not have semicolon. Connect is there, no connect. Connect is SQL editor command, SQL plus editor command. So here we have two commands. SQL plus editor commands, SQL commands. SQL commands should be terminated with semicolon. SQL plus commands are there, like show user, connect. Semicolon is not required. Like if you listen 2, 3, 3, 4 classes, you will understand the rules of Oracle. Pot means what? User. Tiger is what? Password. You can give any username, any password. But in old versions, Spot Tiger is there and I'll be using the same. Listen, see, all these comments, I will send all these files to the group, okay? And afterward, I'll execute these comments. You have to be regular for 3-4 classes because you will learn all the basic things. You will understand the environment. And yesterday we have discussed about ER diagram and policy is there, no? Yesterday, Madam asked, we had discussion. Okay, so yesterday what I'm trying to say is, policy is there, no? Policy ID, policy name. Policy ID అనేది వేరే టేబుల్ లో లేదు. వేరే టేబుల్ లో లేకపోతే రిలేషన్ అనేది ఉండదు. 1-to-1, 1-to-many రిలేషన్స్ ఉండవు. ఓకే, పాలసీ ఐడి, పాలసీ నేమ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ వన్ టేబుల్. పాలసీ ఐడి వేరే టేబుల్ లో ఉందనుకోండి, అప్పుడు మనం రిలేషన్స్ గురించి మనం మాట్లాడొచ్చు. మనం మనకి ఏంటి రిలేషన్? నిన్న టేబుల్స్ లో పాలసీ టేబుల్ లో ఈఎన్ఓ ఉంది, ఎంప్లాయీ టేబుల్ లో ఈఎన్ఓ ఉంది. వీఆర్ గివింగ్ రిలేషన్స్. ఓకే, సో పాలసీ ఐడి, పాలసీ నేమ్ మీన్స్ yesterday one madam told policy name Jeevan Sati is there, LIC policy Jeevan Sati. In that let us say 101 is given. అంటే జీవన్ సాథి అనే ఒక పాలసీ స్కీమ్ కి 101 అనేది ఒక నంబర్ అనమాట. అంటే నంబర్ తో నా స్కీమ్ ఐడెంటిఫై చేయొచ్చు. అది పీపుల్ కి ఇచ్చిన పాలసీ ఐడి కాదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఐడి గివెన్ టు దట్ స్కీమ్. స్కీమ్ కి ఇచ్చిన ఐడి అంటే పాలసీ తీసుకుంటారు కదా, వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చింది కాదు అది. ఓకే, అండ్ ఎస్టర్డే మేడం ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ వన్ మోర్ డౌట్, దట్ ఈస్ how you are saying like policy table is having 1-to-1 relation. I didn't know. No, project table. Project table, how you are given one-to-many relation. ప్రాజెక్ట్ టేబుల్ లో కూడా ఎంప్లాయీ నెంబర్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఎంప్లాయీ నెంబర్ ఉంది. ప్రాజెక్ట్ టేబుల్ ఏమున్నాయి? ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఐడి, ప్రాజెక్ట్ నేమ్ ఉంది. ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఐడి అనేది రిలేషన్స్ లో రాదు. ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఐడి అనేది అదే టేబుల్ లో ఉంది. వేరే టేబుల్ లో ఉంటే మనకి రిలేషన్స్ వస్తాయి. మేడం అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే, హౌ యు ఆర్ గివింగ్ one-to-many relation to projects, employee and projects, one-to-one relation to policy. Okay, and see, if the tables are having one-to-one relation, one-to-many relation, we have to show one-to-many relation in the diagram. Table లో 2 రిలేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయండి. టేబుల్ లో 1-to-1 రిలేషన్ ఉంది, 1-to-many రిలేషన్ ఉంది, 1-to-many, many-to-one ఉంది. దేనికి ప్రయారిటీ ఇవ్వాలి? 1-to-many కానీ many-to-one కానీ ప్రయారిటీ ఇవ్వాలి. రెండు రిలేషన్ చూపించలేం మనం, ఒకే రిలేషన్ చూపించాలి. It can be 1-to-1 relation or 1-to-many or many-to-one. Okay, so yesterday what I said to her is, like, based on the given data, I am telling the relations, not with column names, because project ID, project name is in one table, policy ID, policy name is in another table. They are not in other tables. Okay, based on the data I am telling, not based on columns. Based on the data, I am telling that employee table and project table can have one-to-many relation based on the data that is given. ఇచ్చిన డేటాను బట్టి నేను మాట్లాడుతున్నాను, కాలమ్స్ బట్టి కాదు. కాలమ్స్ కామన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్ వాల్యూస్ బట్టి కాదు. Based on the data I am speaking. Okay, and the policy is there. Yesterday what I said, one employee should have only one policy. అంటే కంపెనీ ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ ఒకే పాలసీ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ స్పీకింగ్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ రిలేషన్. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ వాట్ ఐ సెడ్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ రిలేషన్, నాట్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కామన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్, డేటా ఇన్ కామన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్. సో ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ లైక్ దట్, ఇఫ్ ఐ సే one employee can have only one policy, that is my word, they are my words. So what I said, based on that I am giving relation between tables. So what madam said yesterday is, like, we are seeing different values in common column names. అక్కడ ఎంప్లాయీ నంబర్, ఇక్కడ ఎంప్లాయీ నంబర్, వాల్యూస్ మ్యాచ్ అవ్వట్లేదు అన్నారు. అక్కడ ఎంప్లాయీ నంబర్, ఇక్కడ పాలసీలో ఎంప్లాయీ నంబర్స్ మ్యాచ్ అవ్వట్లేదు అన్నారు. నేనేం చేశానంటే, నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ లోని based on whatever explanation I have given, I have given the relations. నేను ఏదైతే ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశానో ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ బట్టి రిలేషన్ ఇచ్చాను. అంటే ఒక ఎంప్లాయీకి ఒకే పాలసీ ఉండాలని నేను చెప్పాను. దాన్ని బట్టి నేను రిలేషన్ ఇచ్చాను. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద టేబుల్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ రిలేషన్స్. ఆర్ ఎల్స్ వీ క్యాన్ గివ్ రిలేషన్స్ బిట్వీన్ కామన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్. ముందు చెప్పాను కదా, 1-to-1 రిలేషన్, 1-to-many రిలేషన్, మీరు అలాగే ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఓకే, only yesterday we had that confusion. Remaining we will not have any confusion. Yesterday 1-2 students are having doubt. Boys కి అలాగా డౌట్స్ రావు, గర్ల్స్ కి డౌట్స్ వచ్చాయి. సో అర్థమైంది కదా, పాలసీ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఏంటి, నేను ఇచ్చిన డేటాను బట్టి నేను మాట్లాడాను, కామన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్ బట్టి కాదు. స్టూడెంట్స్, కామన్ కాలమ్ నేమ్స్ బట్టి నేను మాట్లాడలేదు, నేను టేబుల్లో ఇచ్చిన డేటాను బట్టి మాట్లాడాను. Based on the information I have given, I have told the relations. నేను ఇచ్చిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ బట్టి రిలేషన్స్ నేను చెప్పాను. నిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆ సినారియోలో అలా వర్క్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా? ఓకే ఓకే, ఇయర్ డయాగ్రామ్స్ is over. Okay, for comments all these are very easy, you can happily follow. Okay, afternoon we will continue.